Hey guys, this is Prabhas. So today I'm going to explain a different unique topic, which is fund flow versus cash flow. So I want to make founders understand what is the main difference between the fund flow and the cash flow. Yeah, so let's go into it. Like the company can show the profits, positive fund flow, and everything, but still run out of the cash. That's why today we are clearing one of the biggest finance confusions: what is fund flow and what is cash flow. Understand what is cash. What is cash flow? Cash flow shows the actual movement of cash in and cash out of the business during the period. Like it answers one simple question: do we really have cash? So generally, cash flow is divided into three key categories, like cash flow from operating activities, financing activities, investing activities. So now let's understand what is the operating cash flow, financing, like cash flow from investing activities and financing. So generally, operating cash flow in the sense the cash which is generated from the core business operations, like the cash received from the customers, cash paid to vendors, taxes paid, salaries, utilities, rents, like current assets minus current liability. That's the working capital. So that's the working capital. So in a small manner, that's how it represents the operating cash flow, the working capital. If operating cash flow is weak, the business is not self-sustaining, no matter how revenue the company is generating. So basically, most of the investors focus on the operating cash flow. So that's regarding the operating cash flow. Next, coming to the investing activities. So investing activities in the sense the cash used for the long-term investments like purchase of machineries, fixed assets, buying and selling of properties, investment in subsidiaries and securities and everything. Like this is the way the cash generated from the long-term assets, long-term investments and everything. And sometimes the negative cash flow in the sense is not always bad, but it often means the company is investing in growth. So negative cash flows doesn't impact more with the investing activities. So let's coming to the cash flow from financing activities. So this cash is related to funding and capital structure. So that includes the equity raised from the investors, loan prepaid, taken, dividend repayment, and everything. So what is the key insight and the view of investor? So heavy dependence on financing cash flow means the business may not be generating enough internal cash. So on the overall basis, if a company has a nice positive operating cash flow, in the sense the company is self-sustaining and it is generating the cash which is required to run its business operations. So that's what it meant. If company has generating a negative cash flow in investing activity, it indicates that the company is investing in its long-term benefits and it is investing in its growth. That's what it indicates in the investing activities. And what about the financing activities? If there is a positive cash flow in the financing activities, in the sense it describes that the company is purely depending upon the external financing cash, like the raising funds, loans, and everything. So that is a bad impact to the company when it depends more on the financing activities rather than it focus on generating the operating cash flows. So this is the main structure of the cash flow. Now let's go into the fund flow. Fund flow focus on the movement of funds, like the working capital between the two balance sheet dates. So just it answers that where the funds come from and where they used. So the changes in working capital, the long-term sources and use of funds and everything. So, like the areas where we are taking the funds in to get into the business, and the areas where we are using the funds, like it clearly shows how we are using the funds to operate our businesses. So that's what the fund flows means. So we have a few examples here: the source of funds, issue of shares, long-term borrowings, sale of fixed assets, and the use of funds, yeah, purchase of fixed assets, repayment of loan, increasing in working capital. So that's the internal part of the balance sheet item and the internal part of the working capital, where the fund is going from a certain date to certain date. So that's what mean by the fund flow. Yeah. Now let's learn the key difference. What is fund flow and the cash flow? So cash flow, it is completely focused on the cash, actual cash. which is came in, which is went out. And the fund flow, it is completely focused on the working capital, time view. So in the cash flow, generally it is on the short-term basis. In the fund flow, we focus more on the medium term and the long term. So non-cash items are included in the cash flow, or not included in the cash flow, and in the fund flow, the non-cash items are included. Why this different matters? So cash flows tell you if you can survive today. Fund flows tell you how finance structure is changing. A company can have positive fund flow, growing asset, but still face a cash crunch. So I want to give you a real CFO rule. The cash flow keeps the business alive, but the fund flow explains the story behind it. I hope you got now a clean idea about the fund flow and the cash flow. And like managing those fund flow and the cash flow, it is so necessary in a business, like in today's business, to survive in the market and to beat your competitors. That's what it matters. So other few important key things where the founders miss. Profit is not equal to cash. And the growth, and if you want to grow your business, it always consumes the cash, and the working capital changes impacts the cash flow no matter what. Investors trust on operating cash flow more than the profit. They don't care about whether you are having a profit or loss or something. They usually check what is the working capital and what is the operating cash flow, how you are managing those working capital structure, the average receivable days and everything. That's what they really matters, because that's the way they can see how business is surviving. Yeah. So the last takeaway, if you are a founder, just track your cash flows weekly, monthly, quarterly, understand your fund flow quarterlies, keep some budgets, track them every day, do the sensitive analysis and everything. That really matters you a lot, and that really helps you a lot to gain more, like to grow your business more. So if you are an investor, just ask one question first, like, is the working cash flow is positive or not? So that's the way we can clearly see how business is putting their efforts into their business, like how a founder is putting the efforts into the business. If finance feel complex, remember this: cash flow decides survival, fund flow explain movement. So I hope you got a clean idea about the fund flow and the cash flow. So if you have any doubts, you can directly contact me, and you can directly connect with me. I'll be providing my LinkedIn and my mail ID in the description box and everything. So, if you are a founder who want to grow your business, like you want some strategy to implement your business, like how are things going on, how do you want to manage the finance, and you want a CFO, like a VCFO to your company to guide you, to help you and everything. Yeah, I'm happy to help you out. You can directly connect with me and everything. And if you're also looking for a funding and everything, I'm here to help you out. Yeah. So that's it. I hope I have made something important topic, and I thought I would share with you. That's it, guys. So this is the topic I want to explain with you, and I want to share with you. So, like, this is the first video which I am doing. So uh, I want to take this forward. Every week I will be posting some two videos, like providing some key insights, some key knowledge sharing videos, so that you will be gaining something of it, and you can yeah, imply into your real business life. Yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you like this video. If you like that, just make sure to follow me for more CFO level insights. Bye.